Welcome to episode 701 of the 2-Minute Takeaway Podcast. Hi, I'm Motivational Keynote Speaker Ken Okel. Do you remember all the problems that came with CrowdStrike? That software company that had some issues that left airlines, banks, and many other industries scrambling to operate. This podcast is not about the impact of bad computer code. Instead, it's about how leaders can respond to unexpected challenges. In these situations, the problems may not be your responsibility, but people are looking at you for solutions. Let's break down some of the business lessons I took away from the CrowdStrike crisis. First, you need to have a fix-the-problem mentality. Do you consider an unexpected problem to be something you tolerate or solve? One scenario sees an emergency all-hands meeting to uncover solutions. The other, it has people working on their normal schedules, and we'll talk about it in a few days. Ignoring a problem or delaying a response rarely solves the problem. Some leaders are what I call good times leaders. They're very successful at running the show when things are going well. They run a business that produces well and has good morale. But when a challenge or crisis appears, they don't know what to do. This leads them to isolate and feel like they have to solve the problem on their own, even if they are out of their depth. With the unexpected, a fast, team-oriented approach will usually lead to the best possible outcome. Next, find workarounds. When something unexpected makes it hard for your business to function, you need to find ways to make it as operational as possible. These workarounds may not be effective, easy, or pretty, but they are a better alternative than nothing. In this situation, time is important. Don't get slowed down by a desire for perfection. It's also not a bad idea ahead of time to consider how basic functions could be performed if your usual methods became unavailable. I know, this exercise may seem unnecessary. You'll love this backup approach when the unexpected happens. Let's talk about the importance of communicating to employees and customers. Some leaders hate to admit any problems or issues to employees or customers, but not talking about a challenge does not make it invisible. Demonstrate transparency in these moments. You don't have to tell the whole story, but share the basics. Customers will be forgiving and employees will work harder if they have an understanding of the situation. It's harder to do either if the problem is only discussed in hushed tones. In the absence of information, people will create their own narratives of the situation. Finally, defined roles. Make sure the people on your team during a crisis have defined roles. Understand, they may be different from normal responsibilities. You don't want multiple people trying to do the same task with different approaches. For instance, when something goes wrong, you want your customer outreach to provide one clear message. It may also become important to adjust daily staff responsibilities so people can focus on the new challenge. I've got some cool people for you to meet. Katie the custodian, Gina the ballerina, and 20 push-ups Pat. These are just some of the characters who are in my new book, Get Better, Smart Business Advice from Unexpected Mentors. The book is out. You can pick it up at Amazon.com. To find out more about the behind-the-scenes story of the book, go to my website, kenokel.com. And while there, you can also watch some clips from my speaking presentations and listen to past episodes of this podcast. Thanks so much for listening. I'm Ken Okel. Get better and take care.